Welcome to another Nitro type video with Dragon. In this video, I will be just doing some casual spring racing in 2020. So here are the cars that I will be racing in. I will be racing in the Btw, the Eggbeater, the Egnicides, the Tigrine, the X1 Eclipse, the Air 500, and the Vapor. But I will be starting it off with the Btw. So let's see what speeds I can get. And by the way, if you want to join and you feel like racing with these cars, if you have them, then feel free to race along with me. Or if you don't have them, feel free to choose a different car to race along with me. But let's get into some of these races. While we're getting into these first races, I just want to mention why I'm doing this. I'm mainly doing this video just because I haven't seen some casual racing for a little while. Lately, it's all been about leaderboards and botting and things like that, and I'm kind of sick of that. So here's just some casual racing for fun. And don't forget, if you were racing along when I'm doing this video, then feel free to leave your speeds in the comments below. I would be happy to hear them. And as you can see, we are going down the track about 130 words per minute, and there we go. I finished with the Btw at 135 words per minute. Let's see if I can do better in any of these other cars. And then let's see what car is the fastest car that I can race in. And now the Eggbeater. By the way, here's just a small fun fact about the spring cars, the egg cars. I just wanted to mention this because this was actually my very first event. You may already know this, but these were my very first cars that I ever achieved from an event, and remembering back to that, these just brought a ton of nostalgia. So when you're on Nitro type, sometimes you might want to just race in the first cars you ever got, because for me anyways, it brings back nostalgia and of good memories, which I hope Nitro type will continue to do. But now we can see that this race is actually going very well with 143 words per minute in the Eggbeater, and let's see if any of the other cars that I'm planning on racing in can do better than that. But now let's go and change to the Egnicides, another one of those cool spring cars that I really enjoyed. But now let's do this race in the Egnicides. While we're doing these races, I have a quick question that you can answer in the comments below if you want to. I'm wondering, what was your favorite moment that has ever happened to you in Nitro type? Was it when you first created an account, maybe you got gold, or maybe you got 10,000 races, or even something bigger? For me, it was probably the first time I participated in an event and got some cars, which was when I actually got the 8 cars, and that is probably why these are my favorite cars. But this also follows very quickly to when I first created in a team, and the first time I got Typing Demon, or the only time I did. But those are probably some of my favorite moments in Nitro type, and feel free to comment in the comments below. And speaking of that last race, it was not bad with 133 words per minute, but now let's do another race in the new spring car, the Tigrine, which is the car Fireball just got. But let's not focus on that, let's just focus on doing this race and having a little bit of music with it. Well, it looks like another good race, and it looks like Fireball's car actually did pretty well. Not Fireball's car, but the one car Fireball does have for Season 27. But let's move on to the next car, which is the X1 Eclipse. And I actually haven't raced in this car very much. I haven't raced in very many of these new Season 27 cars, and that's just mainly because I've been having the 150,000 car to race in, and then the egg cars for a little bit. But anyway, let's do another race with the X1 Eclipse. Looks like the X1 Eclipse is holding out very well with 140 words per minute, but that didn't quite beat the Eggbeater. So let's see if either the Air 500 or the Vapor can beat it speed-wise. So let's try the Air 500 first. While we're doing this race with the Air 500, I just want to point out that if you have been noticing the top three the entire time I've been doing these races, that is actually because apparently the Hall of Fame is now giving out that even if you're not top 3, and technically I'm not even top 10, but I just wanted to point that out if you were wondering why it's there. But here's the Air 500, and it was going 142, but then it dropped down to 139. But we still have one more shot at beating 143, which is the Eggbeater, so let's try it with the Vapor. Here we go, and let's hop into this one race, but with this race, I actually want to try one thing differently. I want to try putting the Nitro type music on, which is something that I haven't done in a very long time. It's something that brings a lot of nostalgia to me, so I just thought it'd be fun to turn it on for this race. So let's do it with the Nitro type music. Funny enough, actually having the Nitro type music actually got that race to 145 words per minute, which does beat the Eggbeater. And another thing to mention is that Nitro type music was actually probably one of my least favorite, but it was still fun to do it nonetheless. But now I actually have one more race that I want to do because I was racing afterwards. And I actually got some really good races and actually got 152 words per minute later on, so I will show you that race right now. But another thing to mention is I got a race with 157 words per minute, which I'll show you the screenshot. But even though I was recording, I accidentally didn't save it, so I have the 152 words per minute race to show you instead. Sorry about that, but here it is. Kapow! 152 words per minute on video. As you can see, that was probably my first time ever doing that, and here's me sighing over it after I completed this race. So yeah, getting that race took a lot of tries, but it was very fun to do nonetheless. I enjoyed it anyway, but that pretty much does it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was very fun to just race along and have fun. But hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Consider subscribing if you really enjoyed it, and bye!